How's it going, everyone? Panic Goat here, and today I'm just giving you a quick little tutorial on how to set up and run the mods required to play on the Goat server, and also a brief rundown of what to expect with the changes that I've made to said server. So basically, I've taken the save from our old realm and I've moved it across onto the server and added a bunch of mods to it. A hard requirement, so what you'll need to do first and foremost is download CurseForge. I'll put a link in the description to where to download that. If not, just type it into Google, pretty easy to find. Once you have CurseForge, what you'll need to do is open it up. It'll give you a list of all these different games that you can run through CurseForge. You'll want to select Minecraft Java Edition. Once you have that selected, it'll bring you down to a panel on the left side of your screen here, and it will give you the modpack section. I will leave the zip file to the mods in the Minecraft guides chat in our Discord, so make sure you jump over into there and download the zip. Once you have the zip, save it to your desktop or wherever you like, somewhere easy access, and what you want to do is come up to the top here and create a custom profile. Once you've created this, we'll hit that pop-up. It'll say create profile or import a previously created profile. You want to hit import. From there, you take your save file of the Goat server zip, wherever you saved it to, and you open that. Once it's opened, it will run all the things that it needs to run, and it will give you your Goat server creation mod pack here. From there, what you want to do is open that up, and then it'll show you the list of the mods that are included in the server. If you want more information on the mods that are in here, all you need to do is just click on the mod itself. It'll bring you to its overview page, and it will give you a good explanation of what the mod actually does or has, or how to use the mod. I'll go a little bit more in depth on this later, but for now, that's all you really need to do. From there, you will just hit play on the server. It'll bring you to a new Minecraft launcher. So all of your previous settings and that sort of stuff, that's all going to be poof, gone. You're going to have to set that up again. In this mod pack, however, I will include my basic options and settings. So it has a resource pack included, the BDcraft pack that a lot of the people use on the server, so you won't need to re-download that. If you have any other custom texture packs that you run or resource packs, just add them into your resource folder in the game as you normally would. That's all good. I have included the complementary shaders pack into it as well, with all the settings pre-done, so you don't have to go through and set all those settings again. But if you would like to change the settings of the complementary shader pack, you can go into the Minecraft guides chat, find the video that has all the changes and everything that you need to make, find the option you're looking for, and adjust them as you wish. But now that it has opened up this launcher here, you will see in the bottom corner here for the server version, it has given us the Goat server with the Forge 39.0.59. So that is the correct one. If there has been any updates to the Forge version since then, it'll show it there. But as of making this video, we are on 39.0.59. So with that selected, you'll just want to hit play. It'll run a whole bunch of initial downloads and that sort of stuff when you first open it up, so it may take a little bit of time, but eventually it'll open up and you'll be all good. So once this opened up, I will also include the IP to this server in the Minecraft guide. I'm going to restrict that chat so only people with a Minecraft role can see it. That way we don't have a massive influx of people into the server that we don't want in the server. The server also runs daily backups, so if we do have some sort of griefing related issue, we can revert the server up to 24 hours previously. Hopefully though, everyone who's watching this video right now is all signed that verbal agreement saying we're not going to be dicks. Anyway, once this loads up, and you will be brought to the standard Minecraft page eventually. Okay, so from here, you want to see it's got the Forge version down in the bottom corner here. It's also running Minecraft 1.18.1. It's got this random code. Can't remember what pack that's for. That's for something. And then it will say that there are 33 mods loaded. This is all good. If you want to make any changes to the resource pack, go into your resources. You can open the pack folder and then put in whichever resource pack of your choice. But we don't really need to do that right now, so I won't focus on that. If you want to make any changes to your shader pack, you go into video settings, into shaders. It's by default going to run complementary shaders with all the preset settings that I've done into it. This looks really beautiful and is a great shader pack, so I recommend just running it. But if you've got any issues with it, you can revert back to the complementary shaders video and change what settings you like, or mess with the settings yourself, or just turn off the shader pack if it's too much strain on your system, or add your own shader pack into it and run it. Moving on from this, once you're in this home page here, go into the multiplayer. I already have the server here, but what you'll want to do is come down to add server. You click that, name the server what you want. I just called it Goats server, and then put the server address or the IP into this bar here. Once you've done that, hit done, and it will be all good. The server will pop up and it will show up here. From there, you can load up the server. As long as everything's gone well with the mod packs and the relation to what is included in the server-side client, you should just load straight in. And if you were on the realm previously, it will load you into where you logged off with everything that you had. I did get everyone to empty all their inventories and ender chests just in case, but it turns out that wasn't exactly necessary, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So, included in this pack is obviously a sombrero, and I fucking love it. When you open up your inventory, if you can't see the pop-up bar on the side, just press O and it will bring up this new guide tab here. So we have included a lot of new mods into this, so if you're unsure on how to build something in the new mod pack, you can open this up, click on whatever item you want, and it will show you the recipe required to make said item. So if you want to make lamps, you just click the lamp, it'll show you the recipe that you actually need in order to make the lamps, or whatever item that you wish. This includes every single item that has been added in with the mod packs. So if there is anything you're unsure on how to build, you can find it in this tab here. Again, that is just pressing O. If you decide to change that keybind, it's whatever you change it to. It's pretty self-explanatory on that front. But in this pack, I've included a lot of McCaw's packs. I've included colorful armors and that sort of stuff. One thing that I do have to give pre-warning to, if you do wish to dye your armor, it is as simple as choosing the dye of your choice and putting it with your armor. If your armor is already enchanted and you dye it, it will remove the enchantments. So that is something that you need to be aware of, because if you want to color your armor, you're going to lose your enchantments and you're going to need to put them on again. So keep that in mind if you go to actually dye any armors. Don't put your enchantments on first. Dye the armor first. Inside of this pack, I've included Chisel Bits as well. With chisels and bits, you can create a chisel and then mine single blocks out of an entire block. So I'll give you a quick example of this. I'll just switch my game mode to creative. If I place a stone block down here and then grab a chisel, you can then actually go over and mine. Well, that's not exactly what I want. Oh, there we go. It then breaks down a block into, I can't remember exactly how many pixels it is, but you can basically edit a block in whatever fashion you like. So you can turn one block into essentially a chunk and edit it however you want. There is a whole bunch more to this. I can't really go too in depth with it because I'm not exactly sure on how it works, but I know once you've edited the block, you can actually pick up the block and it will remain with that edit that you've done. And if you want to rotate the block before putting it down, you press R, and that will allow you to rotate it on whatever axis you like and place down the block again in the way that you have edited it. So this is quite a cool mod, nice feature added into the game. And yeah, there's a whole lot to it that I can't really go too in depth with because I'm just not entirely sure on how it works. So in some of the other new packs I've added, there is a Farmer's Delight mod. With this, there is a whole bunch of new food-related items in the game. There is a lot of different stuff to experiment with. Again, I'm not too certain on a lot of these mods exactly how they work, so I can't go in too in depth. I'm just giving you a very, very brief rundown on how this works. I've added a lot of McCaw's maps and that sort of thing into the game as well. So you can have bridges of all sorts. There's also new windows that you can add in and new colored glass. There are blinds and that sort of stuff. And there's fences and walls. Basically, just a bunch of new building blocks to allow you to have a lot more customization with your builds. Also, I've included uppers. Works exactly like a hopper, except you can put it underneath a block and facing up into it. So you can draw items from a chest below or something like that and put it into items above. So the exact same as a hopper, but it works in reverse. It pulls from the bottom to the top instead of from the top to the bottom. So just a nice little redstone change there to make life easier for people like me who like to get a bit experimental with the redstone wizardry. I've also added security craft into this, so if you want to add some extra security measures to your base, have keycard access to secret rooms and that sort of stuff, or even retinal scanners, all this is inside of here. Again, I'm not too familiar with it, but I know Frosty is, so if you have some questions about security craft, he may be able to help you. But at the same time, Google will usually let you know a lot of things that you're trying to work out with these different mod packs. Or again, if you go into CurseForge itself and you have a look at the pack you want to look into, you click on it, and it will give you a bit more of an overview and what to expect with it. Moving on from there, I have also added a bunch of new animals to the game. These are all wild generated animals, so there's anything from like rattlesnakes and flies right through to like bone serpents and all sorts of crazy animals that have been added to the game. With these additions, they've added some new items, and everyone should spawn with an animal dictionary. Inside of this animal dictionary, if you open it up, it'll give you the list of all the new animals that have been added. And if you want more information on those animals and what they do, you just got to click on it, and it will give you a bunch of information to do with that and the things that you can craft with the new items that they give. So try not to lose that book, but we will also provide some other ways for you to actually obtain the book if you do lose it. But with this, there comes with new enchantments and a lot of new items. Again, I'm not too familiar, but one thing to look out for is definitely the Tarantula hook Elytra. That basically is Elytra, but double the durability, and it looks a lot cooler. So all you need to get that is just some Tarantula hook wings, and then add them to your existing Elytra, and then you get the upgraded Elytra. Really, really cool. Love that. Other things that I've added into this is waystones. So with these waystones, they basically are teleporters. So what you can do with these waystones, if I come down to my portal down here, I have a waystone set up. So with this waystone, in survival, it can cost enchantment levels to go through the different to different portals and things like that. So they will cost levels for you to travel around. Or if you use a port stone, it's free travel around the place with that. So you can set it to global when you place it down, so everyone can see the waystone, or you can just leave that unchecked, and that will give you. Can I grab this? No. Okay. Well, I'm just going to spawn this in. Oh, I'm in survival. That's why I couldn't pick block. Okay. So when you place it down, you type in whatever name that you want. So if you want it as like your home base or something like that, you can put in home. If you check global, everyone on the server will be able to see it. If you leave it unchecked, only you will be able to see it. So that is how those waystones actually work. They also have warp plates in here, and these are really cool. You can set them up around your base. So essentially, you want to grab the attuned shard out of the center, and then you will put the attuned shard. So I just placed the one from that into this one, and from this one into that one. And when you stand on the plate, it's a little warp in between the plates themselves. So the way that works is the attunement shard that you grab out of the warp plate, you place it into another warp plate that you want to teleport to and from. So a nice little way to get around your base quick. You can check out more of that stuff through the JEI tab. JEI? I think it's JEI. Either way, through this tab here, you'll be able to see all those sorts of items and stuff in there. And if you're searching for something specific, you can type it in at the bottom bar here, and it will actually show up. You can go, oh yeah, that's what I need in order to make it. Oh, but how do I make a warp stone? Click warp stone, and that is how you make it. Very handy having this bar on the side. Again, just pressing O will be able to toggle it on and off. What was the other one? I've added seasons into the game as well. So the game will actually operate on different seasons with that. There's the standard real life seasons. Winter will add a bit of snow around your area. In spring, it'll melt off. Summer will be a bit drier, that sort of stuff. You can have a season sensors and a calendar to let you know how that works. And I've also added storage drawers. With the storage drawers, they're basically what they say they are, but you can actually upgrade these storage drawers to hold a lot more items than a standard chest, yet still fit inside of your standard chest. But still fit within like the size of a standard block. So this one can hold 128 stacks of items, and it basically, yeah, it scales depending on which ones you get. Last thing I will touch on for this video is the new currency system that operates within the server, the new economy. So with this, we've essentially equated 1 diamond to $1,000. Everyone starts with $1,000. You can come to the shopping district itself, either through Waystone or through the Nether Hub. The Nether Hub is still connected and working. And you can, all you need to do is just right click on one of these signs, and you will either buy or sell diamonds in exchange for currency, because that is what we're leaning towards now, instead of using diamonds for trading themselves. So if you want to exchange some currently held diamonds or go mining to make a bit of cash, feel free to do that and come and exchange them here. Frosty will be working on a new server shop over by the shrine itself, and once they have been moved from here, they will be placed over there. But feel free to come and exchange your current diamonds for cash if you wish, and I will just quickly show you how exactly you go about making your own shops using this mod. So essentially what you want to do is place down a chest and put a sign on top of it. At the top, you want to add either buy or sell, whichever one you're going to go for. So put it in those squared off brackets. The center two lines don't really matter. Just put a description of what you actually, to tell people what you're actually selling or buying. And then at the bottom, you want to put in the price. So say you want to do it 1 stack for $1. You'll just put in the price itself. Don't include the dollar symbols or any sort of symbols around that price. Just put in the number you want it to be. So make sure you've got your either buy or sell in the brackets at the top, and then the price you want it to be. Once you've done that, hit done, and go into the chest itself and place whatever item you're wanting to sell inside of it. So we're going by 1 stack, as the description says here, a stack of stone. So you place in 1 stack of stone inside the chest, and then from there you right click the sign, and it now acknowledges that this is a buy for $1, and you are also selling the stone. After you have done that, you can feel free to add as much stock as you want into there, and then when someone goes to purchase it, so we've got 2 rows in here at the moment. As soon as someone goes to purchase a stack, they will pay the $1 directly into your account because you're the one who set it up, whether you're online or not, so don't worry about that. They will get their stack of stone, and then a stack will be removed from the chest. You can set up hoppers from other chests leading into it to keep your stock refilled. That's why I've also added the uppers, so you can hide your storage systems underneath your plots and add the upper going into the chest to keep it stocked up while still keeping it looking nice. But once it is completely out of stock, if someone goes to buy an item from it, it will just say shop out of stock. So you don't have to worry about that. Also bear in mind when you're buying items, make sure you have room in your inventory to purchase them, because if you don't, like this, when you go to buy the stack, it's just going to get thrown on the ground. You need to go, oh shit, I need to go empty some stuff and come back and grab it. So just keep that in mind when you're buying items. Again, it's the same principle when you're going to sell items. So you'll place down a chest, you'll put the sign on the chest, in the brackets, sell. Then it doesn't matter again what you put in these 2 lines, just put a description of what it is. So I'll put in stone, 1 stack, and then at the bottom the price, so 1 for that. Then I will put the stack of stone inside the chest, because that is what it is here, even though I said stone, ignore that. Right click the sign, it now goes and highlights, so I can now sell my stacks of stone that are in my inventory into the chest, and it will fill it up. So say that's got 1 full row there, I sell, it goes into more. So it still works nice and simple like that. Once you're out of items and you go to click it, it will say that you don't have enough to sell, so no one can cheese the system in that respect. If you don't have stock to buy, no one can buy it. If you don't have stock to sell, no one can sell it. So yeah, that is basically a quick rundown of how that economy works. If you want to check how much money you actually have, just put into the chat /money, hit enter, and it will show your account. If you want to transfer money to another player, you type in money, hit space, it will give you the transfer option, and then you put in the value. So say I want to give $10 to Frosty. I will put in the /money, transfer, the amount I want to transfer, and then who I want to transfer it to. Hit enter, and I've transferred that money over to Frosty now. So the economy can work in different ways like that, depending on how you want that to actually go. If you want more information or anything like that on these, again, you can go into the Cursed Forge and click on the mod itself. So the shop mod itself is called Money, Signs and Shops. That will give you a nice little picture here of how you've actually got to type this stuff out. I will also take a nice little screenshot of this image itself and post it into the Minecraft Guides chat, so if you forget and need a reference, you'll be able to have a look. But yeah, so that is a basic rundown of the server and the sorts of different things that you can expect in it. Oh, one last thing with the armor stands, because in Java you can't put weapons into the hands of armor stands. I have basically added into this support to be able to customize armor stands however you like. So I'll jump back into survival. All you need to do is crouch click the armor stand and it will bring up a whole new list of things that you can do. So you can make the armor stand invisible and have the armor just floating there however you wish. You can get rid of the base plate, take away the gravity of it. If you want to add weapons and that sort of stuff to it, you need to select Show Arms. And once you have done that, you can hit Done, and then you can actually place weapons and that sort of stuff into the hands of the armor stands. So that's a nice little addition that I thought I'd just quickly let you know is available now. So if you've got any further questions about the mods and support that are in this server, feel free to hit up either me or Frosty or any other of the admins when it comes to the server itself. But most of the information that you'll want from it can be found in this JEI tab. Again, that's pressing O when you're in your inventory. And anything that you want to actually build, you've just got to click on the item itself and it will show you how to actually build said item. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you have a lot of fun in the server, and remember, be nice to everyone, don't troll, and if you have any issues with the mods themselves, like anything that is actually game breaking or any sort of bugs or issues that you want to make us aware of, feel free to send me a personal message or even jump into a chat if you see me in there and let me know that there is issues going on with the mods. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.